Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Richard. I'm in my Dacia Spring electric vehicle, the 65 edition, which I purchased in March 2024. Sorry, 2025. I've had it just over a year. And a lot of things are changing in my life. And if the plan comes together, then I understand via some voluntary scheme, comments below, that when I get halfway through my PCP agreement, which is 4 years long, that I can hand this car back. Now, if that's true, then in March 2027, I can hand this car back because I will have had it on a PCP agreement for some 2 years, which is halfway through the contracted 4-year period. Is this correct? You tell me. Because if that's true, as beautiful as the Dacia Spring is, a few things may be changing in my life, which are not in stone yet, but you know, we need to think about that. So, if I can hand this back and stop my monthly payments and then pay the final fee of the little chip marks in the bonnet or anything like that, yeah? Because I know it'll be somewhere between, I don't know, £0 and £1,000. So I can then pay that off and get the agreement out of my way in March 2027. If this is true, I can then plan my life. We're currently at the end of are we at the end of May? No, we're at the middle of May 2026. Sorry, at the middle of April 2026, where I can then start plotting out a number of months in the UK to whatever I'm going to do next. We'll come on to that in just a few seconds. Is this true? It's called voluntary something, I don't know. But apparently once you've paid half of the credit cost of the PCP agreement, I'm not sure if I'm using the right language here, yes, that you can hand the vehicle back and obviously pay anything like new tyres and all that good stuff. I appreciate that. Tell me your experiences. So what happens? Well, if you're new to the channel, you'll not know, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I'm nearly at 10,000 subscribers, if not just about reached them by now. And thank you to all those subscribers. It really means everything. It's been a great journey to get to 10,000. I could never believe it. So, some of you will know, if you're new to the channel, I am being made redundant from my current job at the age of 59 at the end of May 2026. I may be looking for a new job from some of the benefits that I get from my current employer for the months from June 2027 to from June 2026 through to May 2027. It may be in my best interests to not find employment. That sounds really interesting, doesn't it? Sounds really interesting, but we might go on into that in a future video. So to get through to 2027, March 2027, when I can hand this car back, I suspect I will be getting enough redundancy payment to last me until January 2027, where I shall activate on my 60th birthday, where I shall activate a couple of pensions that bring an annual pension and a lump sum. And using that lump sum, an annual pension, I could possibly move to a country where the economy is much cheaper. That would be interesting. So that's the idea. So move to another country where the economy is cheaper, and the pension that is provided from January 2027 could allow me to live in an okay way. I'm not saying well off, but in an okay way in a country where the economy is a quarter of that of the UK. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts? You tell me. So I am thinking about leaving the UK. It would be financially logical, which is sad really, because I don't really want to leave the UK. But the costs associated to living in the UK are fairly astronomical. You'll probably agree with me on that. Maybe, maybe not. You tell me what your thoughts are. So that's the latest update. If you're thinking about getting a Dacia Spring, absolutely wonderful. As I said, we're currently in April 2026, where a litre of diesel for my Mercedes is now coming up £2 a litre in the normal forecourts. Not on the motorways. I'm assuming the motorways are going up well beyond £2 a litre of diesel. I saw petrol at £1.60 at one of the normal forecourts yesterday per litre. So interesting times. Interesting times. Next week, in fact, no, this week, because this comes out on Tuesday, I am off to America, primarily for a wedding, but then I will be taking out a few days to hire out a Harley Davidson and ride the roads within the Blue Ridge Mountains. So come and join me on that. Come and join me. It should be good fun. It'll be super relaxing, and that's exactly what I'm going for. Just to chill out for a few days of riding, and on a Harley Davidson Road King Special, one of the heaviest bikes around, I guess. Hopefully my legs will be able to cater for that. It's going to be big bike, but it should be great fun. I'll be going out to the normal eateries. I'm so looking forward to going to Denny's restaurant and having a slam breakfast with pancakes and maple syrup and crispy bacon and all that good stuff. Really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the wedding as well. That should be great fun as well. So don't forget to join me for that. It's going to be good fun. Hopefully, anyway. And the weather looks okay. The weather looks nice. It's sort of 27 degrees. So that should be great. So I'm really looking forward to that. It seems a bit bizarre that I'm being made redundant and I'm going and I've decided to go over to America for a week. Do you think that's bizarre? You tell me. If one of my mates was if one of my mates was being made redundant, and it was imminent, yeah, and he said, "Oh, I'm going over to America for a week," I would certainly question whether that was a good choice based on the costs associated to that. I mean, the flight cost me £950. The rental for the motorbike for 5 days is £480, and that includes all the top insurance and breakdown recovery and things like that. So that's okay. And of course then you've got hotel fees and food. So, and the hotels are not going to be too expensive. Maybe somewhere between £50 and £80 a night. But you know, it should be great fun. It's an opportunity that I can't really miss. So you tell me what your thoughts are. Blue Ridge Mountains on a Harley Davidson Road King. That should be interesting fun. Okay, I shall bring this video to an end. You tell me what your thoughts are regarding handing the PCP car back halfway through the agreement. So I understand that if you've paid 50% of the agreement, then you can hand the car back. No qualms, no issues. There may be additional costs, yes, for any chips and paint work that's damaged or anything like that. But I was expecting that, and I planned a cost associated to that based on having this car for 4 years. Of course, things have changed. So with things changing, it gives me now from April 2026 through to February 2027 to start putting plans into action, maybe, and figuring out where we're going next. I'll leave it at that. Have a great day. Drive and ride safely. And I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, give it a like, share it on. See you soon. Bye-bye.